So tell me, Shekeyra, I have a question. Why are you a Christian? Like, why? Like, you always say, I'm a Christian, but like, why? I don't understand.
Girl, just so you're asking me
I
that.
don't know, you know already. Now my mind is okay already.
Why am I a Christian?
Yeah.
But you know why I'm a Christian.
Yeah, but I wanted like to be able to understand in words, you know, like
Why am I a Christian?
Yeah.
Girl, you caught me off guard there.
girl, not
You
my
catch me
fault.
so off guard.
Not
It's
my
like,
fault. That
why
was on
am
my
I a
mind.
Christian? Like, I know why I'm a Christian, but why am I a Christian? That's so much to unpack. I guess I grew up as a Christian. Is that why I'm a Christian, or not just a contributing factor? Why am I a Christian? The only thing that comes into my mind is I grew up as a Christian. What?
Don't give me that one, you know, right?
I know it, but girl, you catch me so off guard there. Can't tell you that down there, to be honest. I know for sure, I know it, but like, I'll tell you because I'll have to go and not research, I'll have to go and like figure it out, like, I don't know, just take some time because, boy, if somebody asked me that, if somebody asked me that on the streets randomly, what I would I say?
I don't know, that's why I asked you, because it was on my mind.
And you know it's ridiculous for you to tell somebody you grew up as a Christian.
Exactly.
Like, that's why you're a Christian, like, seriously?
Exactly.
Okay, girl, I'm ready for you.
You ready for me? Okay.
Yes, I'm ready for you. So I took that time out to figure out, not to figure out because I knew already, but it's like when you just caught off guard, the only thing that really comes to your mind is like, I am a Christian because like, and after that, like, nothing comes out. I grew up as one. Anyways, I took that time out to figure it out. So I am a Christian because I grew up as a Christian. Look, I started in the same way. Anyway, yeah, so I was thinking and I took a two-step approach for that. Why am I a Christian? A two-step approach. One, my feeling oriented, and also two, a doctrinal approach. And I think both of them are equally important, and here is why. Okay, I'm going to tap into the emotional side first for you to understand like what I mean, like when I say my emotional side. So I heard many stories when I was growing up about Jesus. Many stories, all kind of Bible stories. You remember Incredible and stuff? We heard all these stories, but the story that stood out to me the most was the one that spoke about him dying on the cross to save us and stuff. And yeah, that story, like, it really it stood out for me the most. This man died on the cross to save me from my sins long before I was born. I was a thought. So to me, that story encapsulates everything love is. And for me, love is just caring, like basically caring.
Already.
Yeah, like I always tell you that love is just caring. So if you care about somebody, then you love them. So good, I guess not a sidetrack, but anyways, after that story, I felt like it was like love at first sight. Yeah, so I felt like it was love at first sight. I mean, per adventure, before you were even born, before you were even a thought, this man died so that you can have life. You know, he died to save you from your sins, and like that alone, well, it just felt like love at first sight. Like, and I'm saying love at first sight. Bear in mind, I've never seen the man, so it's similar to me. Like when you meet a guy for the first time and you want to go out and so forth with that person, get to know them better and stuff. But for me, it was just love at first sight, a love that you've never saw. So after all, you haven't seen the man, so it's similar but more compelling because you never met the man. So it's that kind of love, but at the same time you never met the man. So that's the first thing for me, feeling oriented. I get the story, and after hearing the story, it did everything to my emotional side, and then I noticed what love was and what it meant, and I saw how caring that individual was and everything, and I wanted to get to know him, wanted to go out on a date to get to know him better. But I had never seen him, so I was curious as to what is he, what does he look like, and how do I get to know him? How do I even get him to take me out on a date? So, and then I started to stalk him.
Oh my God.
I felt like I was not good enough to go out on a date with him.
So you're stalking him?
Yeah, because I went to do, girl. I just wondered. I mean, if I saw him already, it would probably be a little different for me. I don't know. But like, I've never seen him. I have that compelling emotional thing going on because of the love. You understand? I started to stalk him because I wanted to go out on a date with him. And while I was stalking him, while I was stalking him, I came across a doctrinal approach as to how I can get to know him better. And as much as I felt like I was already in love with him, I felt like I needed to show him that I'm in love with him. I feel like I'm in love with you and I need to show you that. You know, some people, we fall in love and then it's like we never show.
That's true.
We never tell the person, we never show them, we never do anything. We in love. Like, what's the point?
Exactly.
You never like feel like that?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, so I felt like I needed to show him. He needed to know that I'm in love with him. Yeah, so I needed to let this man know that I'm in love with him. So I started to read, and you know I hate to read already.
Trust me, you know
I started to read more about him and stuff, to learn more of the other stories and so forth. And after I got tired reading, I started watching stories and stuff and watching online. I started doing all of that.
I remember I saw you doing some series and stuff.
Go. Yeah, so that's when I started doing all of that. Just you know, just to get to know. Yeah. So in all of that, I started paying more attention in church. I started listening to the preaching. I started watching videos for more clarity. And you know what happened?
What?
Girl, you know sometimes like you pray and you feel like your prayer not hitting the roof, like it's not going anywhere. Yeah. Girl, my prayers, they were no longer abstract. I started feeling like you know my prayers getting somewhere. So I'm doing the studying and everything, and while I'm doing the studying, everything is done simultaneously. While I'm doing the studying, I'm watching videos and I'm getting to know, and so much so. Girl, you know what happened? And before long, all my conversations was about him or inclusive of him. Almost all my conversations. So I start talking to somebody, it have nothing to do about him, you do nothing. And then moments later, you done here and I start in a topic or I bringing up something or whatever. Yeah. Girl, yeah, everything. And I guess similar to how when you like somebody, like you just can't keep the name out of your mouth. It's like everything you on the person case, like you have to say
everybody
something.
have to know.
Everybody have to know. Yeah. It's the same way, girl. And you know me already when I like somebody. Yeah, good. And even when I didn't mention his name directly, when you when you scrutinize our conversation, everything is about him. Yeah. You know, see you talking, and sometimes you go in a little parable because you don't want the person to know exactly what you're talking about, but like you want answers, but you don't want to tell people your business. You don't want your business to be out there. So you say what you say and you get your answer in a smart way. So the person is like, why she asked me that? And they don't even know because it's the same thing. Good. I would like start a topic and whatever, and I don't know what I want to get out of the topic, what the person feel, what they think, what what they understand by that, and it's the same thing for me. And so yeah, so that was the second part for me. So it was my feelings first and then the doctrine. So now I got more and more acquainted with the doctrine, and I kind of knew about these things before, and I also kept them because of traditionally, like I said, I grew up as a
I know.
So I kept them before because I actually believed it was true. I actually did believe it was true. So I kept them, but they were difficult. Every time they tell you do this and go do like that and do the next and the food and everything, it just felt so difficult and impossible. But you know what happened?
What?
Because of that interest and how everything envelope itself came up, everything came about, because of how everything came about, it's like I wasn't feeling like that again. Everything just felt so easy all of a sudden, and it's like, wow, 10 commandments, wow, they're not so difficult. Keeping the Sabbath, they're not like everything. But at the same time, I realizing, but if you do these things, they're making you have a better life, they're making you be a better person. It's not even about just being a Christian. I'm like, all the moral laws and everything, like all of them is encapsulated in that. So I'm like, that can't be bad at all. So everything became seemingly easy, and I'm saying like, where boy, I want to go on a date with this guy. I want to know him. I want to know. I want to know. Like I just want to know, like see him, be able to talk to him physically, and that has really been my drive. And the more and more I study, the more I learn about him, it's like, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, it's mind blowing. I guess that's why I couldn't answer that question just off the bat. But like, who are you? And I think maybe I actually want to go on a date with this guy.
I think you do.
I actually want to go on a date with this guy, because I believe now I can comfortably say that I'm madly in love with him.
That's great though. That's really great.
Even when I fall out of love with him and I treat him badly, he's still there. Good, he's still there. Like, let's say if I pray for a couple of days or I do whatever, I come back, he always there, ready to hug, ready to go. So I tell you all that. Yeah, I feel I navigate around the question, but anyways, the punchline.
Right.
I am a Christian. Let's put it that way. I am a Christian because I am in love with a guy who is deserving of my love. He loved me before I was even a thought. I cannot go past that one. Before I was even a thought, before I was even conceived, he loved me before that, and he continued loving me. Even if I had no idea he was loving me, he continued loving me, and he gave me a choice. You know what it is to get a choice? He gave me a choice to love him back. Like, I didn't have to
love him back.
He gave me a choice. I knew my feelings for him was not enough, because I'm a very feeling oriented person. I know females are emotional, but it's not just emotional. It's like I can listen to music and not need a sermon sometimes. Well, that's how I used to feel, but not anymore. I noticed I needed to do more. I needed to go past my feeling approach, and that is why I took the doctrinal approach. I felt like feelings was not enough, and in order to go out on a date with him. I took the doctrinal approach to get to know him more, and that became feasible because it was the only way, well, it actually is the only way I can connect with him. So through the doctrinal approach, reading my Bible, studying, praying and stuff, girl, it's so amazing. Like, I would be feeling down like 2 seconds, and then I'm like, devotion time, switch it up one time. So I guess that's why I'm always happy, always just bubbly and just ready, because you just stay there and like, you think of your lover. Who's your lover? You think of your lover, and like, why are you here? You think of your lover. What are you longing for? A date with your lover? Like, and you just switch it up, and it's like, nothing that happened, nothing anybody does to you really matters, because you just you just on that perpetual high, and that's me. So everything became more feasible, and yeah, guys, that is why I chose to be a Christian. I'm in love, and I'm preparing to go out on a date with my lover. That is why I'm a Christian girl. Oh girl, I'm longing for that day, to go on that date, just to see him. I think I have 1,000,001 questions to ask, like, and providing that he can answer every single question. Can you imagine? That's mind-blowing, eh? And my expectations, we'll talk about expectations. You know, when you like somebody and you have expectations, and how it can be dampened. But your expectations can be beyond. Your expectations can be beyond. Like, you can never expect too much. Like,